Hi, I'm Sallitine, and 11 months ago, apparently, I made this Ultimate Soultimates and Skills tier list. However, I've changed my opinion a lot, and I've gotten way better at the game, as you've seen, hopefully, last Monday, where I no bonused with every tribe that's good, except for Enma, because they banned Enma. So anyways, we have the Skills section, and we have the Soultimate section. However, I can just take one look at B tier, see Feverfill is here, and then know I need to make some adjustments. So I have this bootleg program that's not Photoshop because I'm not buying that. And the other program I used last time does not seem to work apparently for some reason. So we have Baby's First Photoshop with Canva. And I have a ton of Soultimates and then a ton of skills. So let's get through Soultimates first because this is going to be a lot easier. I also have this other one I've referenced, where I just got everything, and if I've forgotten something or something new has come up, then maybe I'll probably just post it in my community tab, because I have that for some reason. So anyways, let's get some easy ones out of the way. EX Popper, amazing. Fever Extender, amazing. There we go. Fever Extender, amazing. Both of these increase your damage when you're trying to clear impossible stages, which is what I base my tier lists off of always. That's why I say Shady's the worst tribe, because basically everything needs to go perfect for them to win. So we have these two, very easy. This one increases your damage by a lot. This one hits super hard and then increases your damage by a lot. And having both of them increases your damage by 128%. So yeah, really insane. Then we'll go ahead and grab the Inflate 4 Soultimate. I really like this Soultimate, in case you don't know, because it can give you like multiple Fever Extender Soultimates, which can be incredibly useful. Like, for Heartful, I literally would not have won if I didn't get another Fever Extender Soultimate with Santa Natsuyomi, and using Orihime Natsuyomi's Inflate 4 helped me get that. And then we'll go ahead and get the Soultimate Fillers, because I also think that this Soultimate is really good, because, like, these two Soultimates, they basically do the same sort of, like, thing. This one's more like a general use, meanwhile this one is more like specific use. It depends on which team. Like, an Inflate 4 is more useful for tough, but a Soultimate Filler is more useful for charming, because like everybody's good on charming. Then we're going to get, well, that's everything that I have in the S tier normally, but now we have a bunch of new Soultimates. So first up, the Megumin Soultimate, the like 20-second countdown, when you pop all three of the little charge balls and then she launches an explosion that can deal 700,000 damage if you have these two, even more if you have her limit break 10. Yeah, it's the whole reason Brave is good, so obviously it's going to be amazing. Arley's Soultimate is a score attack killer, and it is insanely useful outside of score attack too, so obviously it's amazing. It's a Soultimate filler, but like manually. It's like a weird hybrid of a Rearranger, wherever I put it. Rearranger and a Soultimate filler. It's really cool. And yeah, that's kind of everything. This is the amazing tier. Like, basically, you'd have to have some really bad skills for these to be like bad. And then for these ones, they're only available for one character right now, but they're amazing Soultimates no matter what. Next up, very useful kits. Start off with the All Popper that does double damage over 100 combo. Now the damage is actually like more than doubled because they get the effects of having a combo over 100 and then their thing is damaged. I saw Kaiser's video where he did a Veldora showcase and was like kind of struggling to explain why Veldora was doing more than double damage. It's just because not only is he like getting double his Soultimate multiplier when over 100 combo, but then he's getting the like normal effects of over 100 combo that everybody else always gets too. So like in EX Popper, we use them because they get a high combo, which increases the damage by like 40%. So Veldora's getting that, and then also his multiplier is getting doubled from, like, in the video it was 108, and so it would be 216. So 216 multiplier increased by like 40%. Yeah, pretty insane. Next up, the Stacking All Popper. It's a fine Soultimate. It's a really good damaging Soultimate if you're a high rank character that's also got some good LBs. So Pretty useful. I can't really like center it up, so I guess I'll just put it at the bottom and then put the stacking all popper here. And then we'll go ahead and put we'll save on that. Sure. Nah. Honestly, that's kind of it. I have removed Soultimate here twice. I don't know why. Well, I guess we might as well put... Nah. That'll be it. This'll be it. All of these Soultimates are amazing, but these two are not quite as amazing, but they're better than all the other ones. So first up, Rimuru's Soultimate. Rimuru's new Soultimate is an all-popper that increases the damage depending on how many bonus balls are on the board. However, it also increases if there are the purification balls from the new mechanic or the damage balls that thrones have. And it also just prevents you from taking damage from them, so pretty useful Soultimate. And with Rimuru specifically on Mysterious, with Aqua's Fever Extend and an EX Popper, Rimuru can do, like at G5, 260,000 damage in one Soultimate. Really useful. Really insanely useful. Then we have All Popper plus makes large bonus balls. Noelle has this for Heartful, and it's insanely useful. So, like, pretty much the whole reason I could win with Heartful, because I would use this to make a ton of large Puni, and then a Soultimate filler to basically just refresh a bunch of Soultimates. Insanely good. Honestly, I think that's kind of it. And we'll put Tap Inflator here, too. Tap Inflators are, like, mostly useful for score attack. However, like, for Charming with Ihaibara, they can also, like, have a niche use to get you an extra Soultimate. However, since you can't use it as a finisher Soultimate because it's 2 parts before the damage comes out, it's not as good as everything else. Might as well increase the size of this so there's not a lot of dead space. And we'll move everything over here so that way it's not. And I guess we might as well go ahead and put the All Popper Rearranger here as well. So the whole reason that this is good is because you don't have to worry about board RNG as much, and you can use a Soultimate filler when you link up a bunch of these Puni. So it's pretty niche, but not as niche as everything else under it. So first up, we have All Attackers. All Attackers are a weird like subclass of characters that they were doing for a little while. Hopefully they never go back to it. But we can see Guardian Ren is an Inflate 4 character, except he attacks everything. Which, sounds pretty good, except it makes everyone who has this hit for way less than like a normal Inflate 4 would. So it's pretty much trash for everybody, except for an EX Popper. Because the whole reason you use an EX Popper is for the high combo, and the combo doesn't get like reduced because it's an all attacker. It's just the damage of the EX Popper is reduced. I'll put an attack boost and a score boost here. These are just good for score attack, and then I guess I'll just put the select popper here. This is the worst attacker type in the game because you have no control over what it pops. It can pop things when they're inflating, which like you would normally like link Puni and then use a Soultimate so that way it doesn't pop the Puni that's linking, because it cannot be popped when it's growing, except select poppers do not care and they'll just pop it anyway. So very annoying to use, and you would much rather have literally any other attacker type except maybe a Tap Inflator. And then in the trash tier we have Cat Cradle's Soultimate, which is basically an all popper that makes 8 bonus balls, except they're not large and they're just a pain to deal with. The Transform Ball Maker, which like normally you need like a size 18 Puni to get a G Soultimate. However, I'm pretty sure a size like 16 Puni will only just then get you the regular Soultimate for this. It's really annoying to deal with. Then the All Popper Stun, because every other one is better and the stun doesn't even work in throne stages. And it just gets negated, but they can't pop themselves to get their Soultimate a second time. And then Tracers, I'm fairly certain, at least for the only Triple Z like Tracer that we have, the Soultimate literally just doesn't work in Thrones. So, very useless. So there we go. There's my updated Soultimates tier list. And now let's move over to the... Good lord, I forgot already how many of these there are. So let's get some easy ones out of the way. Good, so actually let me just tell you what the tiers are. So first up, good no matter the kit. This is basically, if you see this on a character, they immediately have a very good use. Good if the kit is good is basically like, if the Soultimate is good, then this skill will highly boost the character's use. This is good, but would prefer others, where basically if you see this kit, if you see this skill, but the rest of the kit is good, it's fine, but obviously you would prefer something better. Niche and slash one character can use it, means that either this is a super niche skill that you don't really want to have unless it's a very specific situation, and then one character can use it, means that the only time it's been useful is for one specific character whose kit just like the stars happen to align, and then kills the character. Literally the character is borderline useless because they have this skill. So first up, good no matter the kit, Unity. Amazing. We can literally just... The whole reason I say you can use Earthwalker NOA is because he has Unity. So he brings more HP and lets everybody else deal more damage because it's buffing both the HP and the attack stats of everyone in that same tribe. Very useful. Next up, we're going to put the crits ability. I completely forgot about this when I did the other one, which you'll see a lot. So critical hits, basically anything over, I think, like 5,000 damage, there's a chance for it to increase the damage by 1.5. So let's say, for example, Aqua, when you have her like EX popper up, her Fever Extender Soultimate does like 220,000 damage. However, if you bring Blue Sky Helmet Suzaku, who has this crit ability, it can increase from 220k to 330k in one Soultimate. So, very useful. Only 2 characters have this right now. And then we have like another crit ability somewhere in here that is way worse. If you see like a 5,000 in the number, that's this crit ability. It's very useful. Only 2 characters have it, but they're both very good because of it. Next up, start rearranged, or just start arranged. Incredibly useful. You can still use Raiko Shogunyan, the Z rank, because he has this, like for certain niche scenarios. And then Heartful and Charming are amazingly good because they have 2 characters with this. We'll go ahead and do Boso Enma's stunning skill. At the start of the fight, he stuns the enemy for 10 seconds, no matter if the stunning like Soultimate will work or not. So, incredibly amazing to just stun the enemy for 10 seconds. The whole reason the Enma tribe is not the worst tribe in the game. And then, I kind of think that's it. Oh, nope. Aqua's Fever Power. I've been talking about Aqua a lot, so let's go ahead and just look at her Soultimate in case you, for some reason, haven't seen what she does. She has Fever Power, where when you enter Fever Time, you heal for 700 HP. Popping her Puni fills the Soult gauge more than usual, so a size like 7 Puni gets her a G Soultimate, no matter what. Insane. And it boosts... I don't know if this is supposed to boost the team attack, but it definitely boosts her own damage. I don't know if it does boost everybody else's damage, but even if it does, and she's already boosting damage even more with a Fever Extender, that just makes the skill even better. But even if it just boosts her damage, it's still like an incredibly amazing Soultimate type. So next up, we have good if the kit is good. So first, we'll just do Link Big, like these are the standard like good skills. Link Big, Pre-Fill, Fever Fill, which is basically pre-fill, but you only get it when you enter Fever Time. So it's a little bit worse, however, you can get it multiple times for like double Fever strategies, which can be good for like draining Soultimate stages, or I guess. Then Fast Fever, we can go ahead and put Guard, Revive, and yeah, that's it. So Link Big, like if you want to know what any of these abilities do, like just go watch this video because I have little clips in here where you can see it. You can see it in action. And yeah, So link big, linking Puni can increase the size more than usual. Pre-filled, for triple Z ranks, you start the stage with 95% of your Soultimate already filled up. Fever fill is just the same thing, except you get it in fever time. Fast fever is the whole reason that Shady sucks, because they don't have a good one. Guard, reducing the damage received by 90%, incredibly useful. You don't always get it, but like when you do get it, it's really good. And then revive, survive any sort of attack that would kill you and live for like one extra hit that you can do. You don't always need it, but like it's better to have it than to not most of the time, unless you have to sacrifice like a unity bonus to get it. Next up, Soultimates that are good, but you'd obviously prefer something else. Oh wait, I forgot Drop Big. I completely forgot about Drop Big because it's hidden away. Drop Big is amazing. Basically, the Puni can sometimes just fall larger than usual. Very useful. Basically, you do an EX popper, there's like a 99% chance they have their Soultimate. So good, easy link. Increases the range of like where the Puni can link. Like, it's good if you're like Ichika, for example, who is an EX popper with pre-fill, and then this is basically just like a nice support kit. Then we have Afterfill, which like it's fine, and it keeps some of your Soultimate gauge no matter what, but it'd be better to just have like Link Big, because then you can just do it manually over and over again, and you don't need support to get it. We'll do Pop Heal. Popping a size 6 or larger Puni can heal your HP. Can be nice. Jane's Women Power is a... Yeah, we'll do this. Jane's Women Power is a weird skill, because the skill is good if Jane wasn't Enma tribe, which is dominated by Enma, who's a dude. If there was like a mysterious character that could take advantage of this, so you could have Ichika, Aqua, and Arale basically get like a second unity bonus. Or like for Heartful, it would be insanely good. For Brave, it could buff up Megumin and Itsuki. For Charming, it would buff up the entire team just as a second unity bonus. It's not as good as unity, but like it can be nice. Like triple Z rank unity is just way better, but yeah. So that means we can put it down here. It's literally just worse unity that's also sexist. And yeah, we have a ton of things down here we have to deal with. So let's go ahead and get the normal skills out of the way. Appear less, redrop we'll go ahead and put this down here. Using a Soultimate can fill this Soultimate. Goku Enma Fever Prefill, the Darkness Heal skill. I'll explain these when I friggin' put them everywhere. I guess I'll put Damage Fill here. I would put it down here, but it doesn't kill the character. Like, it's just it's literally bad and would prefer others. That's literally what it is. Rimuru had a new skill, which is this one. Linking Puni can inflate nearby Puni. I'll explain that in a bit. Popping large Puni can stun the enemy. Let me just put everything up here. Start Big is niche. Bonus Balls is also incredibly niche, / one character can take advantage of it. The Ohajiki permanent bonus is a niche in itself, because that's the whole purpose of it. Same with the golf bonus. The attack boosting skill is incredibly niche. You need very weird things to happen. Popping large Puni can fill this Ultimate type. It doesn't straight up kill the character. And that appear more, only because of Ryusen and Senenki. And then we'll go ahead and put kill the character. More damage to a stunned enemy. Increases the effects of bonus balls. And the new purification skill. So, appear less, they appear less often. There's a whole strategy called the Gunshin strat, which takes advantage of Aqua's fever power, and then having like either Gunshin or Ryusen and Senenki, so that way everybody else appears less often, so you can more easily get into fever time over and over again. Redrop is really only useful for score attack. Whenever I have to use like Eerie or something, because Arachnus has redrop, sometimes it'll literally just kill my run, because I'm trying to get into fever time, and the big Puni I just popped, so that way I can, have more Puni fall down that are fast fever. Big Puni just fell down again, and then I have to restart. Using a Soultimate can fill this Soultimate. Santa U has this, and so does Hyaki the Muncher. It doesn't kill the character, and like it can help, but obviously you would prefer like pre-fill or fever fill. Goku Enma's fever pre-fill. I only really put it here because you can use it to clear the Nyanbo mission faster, and for like Gate of Whimsies it can be fine. But there's no reason to use this over the Boso Enma stun, which stuns the enemy for 10 seconds at the start of the fight. We have Darkness's heal, which basically, instead of pop heal, this character doesn't do damage, and instead heals 10% of the damage she would do as your HP. Not really that useful outside of Gates of Whimsy, so niche. Damage fill, it doesn't kill the character, so I didn't put it down there. However, I would put it in a whole separate tier below this, to where it is entirely worthless and essentially a dead slot. It basically is just this in terms of like, because you get countered every time you use a Soultimate in a throne stage, so it's basically just this, except you don't really want to take damage very much, so it's going to go in the same place except way worse. Then we have Rimuru new first skill. Linking Puni nearby can increase the size around him. Like, it's fine. You would obviously prefer something else, but it doesn't kill the character and can help you get up like Arle's Ultimate, so it's fine. Like, it's not very good, but it's better than one of these skills, and better than a lot of these too. Then next we have Popping Large Puni can stun the enemy. Earthwalker NOA has this, and so does Shinji Eva 1 Gaius. Yes, Gaius. Awoken is the Soultimate filler. Popping the size 6 or larger Puni has like a 20% chance to stun the enemy for 2 seconds. That is nothing. There's no reason for you to do that. You're never going to win a run because you get that. Next we have Start Big. It's fine. It can kind of like throw off your board, and it's more useful for like grinding. So, niche. Bonus balls. Usually, I would put it in like kills the character. However, because of Rimuru's new Soultimate type, we can put it in the one character can use it tier. Then we have the Ohajiki bonus and the Golf bonus. Golf with Cyber Fubuki and Ohajiki with Cross Enma, Megumin, and Rimuru. The only reason Cross Enma is even somewhat usable is because of this skill, and in and of itself it is a niche because it's only good for Ohajikis and is a dead slot in actual fights. So I put it down here. I think it's kind of overrated anyway. Like, obviously it's useful, but like most people are cranking the event crank anyway to get new characters. And essentially it's like almost a medium damage bonus when you buff it up with Unity. However, the game normally gives us large damage bonuses. If you don't get like the normal bonuses, it's fine, but compared to everything else, it's not very useful. And then Golf is basically the same thing but worse because there's no variations of Golf. Meanwhile, Ohajiki is like more common. The attack boost skill, I can pull up Mercury Asu because of this, if I ever could pull it up. Popping the size like 3 or larger Puni can increase the team attack permanently, except, whoa, if you get countered, it goes away. So, not as useful as you would think. It can still like buff up your damage, but it'd be better to just have Unity, which always buffs up your damage, or crits, which can buff up your damage way higher, more consistently, or maybe just have guard. Like, it's a cool idea, except they kind of screwed it over by making it get canceled. Popping Large Puni can fill this Ultimate, really only good for like score attack. And then Appear More, only good because of Ryu Senenki, who is right here. It's only good because he also has Fast Fever, meaning that his Puni are appearing more often, and therefore you can just keep getting into fever time over and over again. Pretty useful. there's a whole like strategy around it where you use him and Aqua's fever power to just stay in fever time, and then use Megumin's Soultimate to just nuke the enemy. And then we have the 3 skills that literally kill the character. More damage to a stunned enemy. Shinji has this, and he was not given any good skills because he has this. Like, it's a big buff. However, when the character like is stunned and then you use a Soultimate type, they just break out of the stun and you have to stun them again. Increasing the effects of bonus balls, literally worthless. Cat Cradle has this, and Cat Cradle is the worst using rank in the game, so yeah, let's see how good that does for you. And plus, the one character who really wants bonus balls just straight up deletes the bonus balls when using them, so there's no reason for you to use this skill. And then the new Purification skill basically reduces the amount of time that you're like inspirited for. But like, for one, Purification is only in the seal stages, which aren't very hard as is. And even then, they don't like neuter you so bad that you just straight up can't win without it. And like, it's really not that bad, honestly. Getting inspirited is not very bad, so having a whole skill just to deal with it is not useful at all. So there we go. There's my new tier lists and all that. Should have every Soultimate type in the game, every skill type. Like, aside from the super old ones, like, 5% reduces damage received by the boss tribe by like 5%. It'd go in niche tier. I'm not looking through every single Soultimate type or every single skill in the game. I'm only looking for like more relevant ones. So there we go. And here's this again. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this update where I actually have good opinions this time. Because I'm way better at the game, I think it. I hope at least. Yeah. I guess that'll be it. I don't know what the next video is going to be, but expect it, I guess. Bye.